In my former videos, I explained that according to Celibidache's fenomenology, it is wrong to say that music is sound. There's not this perfect correspondence between the two, but we can say that sounds can become music, and this occurs when our conscience perceives the different elements, the different causal nexuses, and in this case it can create that unity that make us transcend the physical event, the sound, and we can really get to the music. So according to this, we have to consider two very important things that are absolutely not abstract or theoretical or philosophical, but they are very, very practical. The first thing is what we say the attack transient of every instrument and of course every note. What is it? Well, each note, and depending also on the instrument, takes a certain time to completely, let's say, become itself, to be fully that note, because it takes time to have all the harmonics clear altogether. So, of course, it depends on the instrument, and it depends also on the pitch, on the frequency, because if we are talking about these notes, the time is just very, very, very little. In this case, it takes more time in order to have the full note expressed, because of the harmonics that in this case are really high and even out of our field of perception. In this case, the harmonics are here and so perfectly inside our perception. So this is very important, because if I have to play, let's say, very fast, in this case I can perfectly hear every single note. I can understand and have a clear distinction between all the sound events. But if I do the same here, you can hear that there's a kind of whoa, whoa, whoa. I cannot exactly understand what was going on. And so if I do this, of course, I'm just forced to, I'm not able to make that relation between this event and the next, or between this event and the former. So the problem is that you have to make a choice. If I have to play this thing, probably I have to, okay, and this is also just quite fast, because if I want just to get that there are 5 notes, maybe this is enough. Yes, I can have 5. But if I need every single note to be fully that note, this is too fast. I need to. Okay, maybe this time I have full sounds. But if I go up there and do the same, listen. Yeah, I mean, the sound is disappearing, so it is nonsense. But you can understand how different is the choice of speed when we are talking about high pitch and low pitch. This is first thing. But there's another one, because this is a physical thing. It doesn't depend on that player or that theory. This is physics. I mean, it's there. But there's another thing that Celibidache defines as the attack transient, not of the instrument, but of our conscience. And what does he mean with that? Well, it means that if you have a very simple sound event, for instance, I can have like a simple melody like this, monodic, very easy. I can get it right away. I don't need any pause or any rest. okay, I have it, I can relate, I can do anything. But what if underneath this small, simple melody, I have towers, skyscrapers of notes? The melody is the same, the upper note, but underneath that there's a world. And if I play like I did right now, I can guarantee that there is no chance to get everything that is in there. It's too fast. If I want to have a chance to get it, I just need to let the whole thing ring in order to create the interconnections among all the harmonics that I have when I play 6, 7, 8 notes at a time, and then I will have all the richness of the event. Because this is the only way that I have, as a human being, to get also the small things. For instance, when I play this chord, listen, this is a kind of a dominant, but there's an augmented fifth. But if I want to get this, I need to go, yeah, isn't there? Yeah? What if I do, did you get that augmented fifth? Even if you already knew that it was there, because I told you. But when I play this fast, you don't even hear anything. You can only grab to the... This is the only thing that you can get. But of course, Chopin in this case, he is saying, listen. Oh, listen to the seventh. Yeah? And then to augment it. Yeah. And now back to the tonic, and then goes. Yeah, and now listen to what happens. Ooh, what is there? There's a seventh in the middle register. Listen to that. Yeah? So, how can you even dare to think that you can really get this one, okay, with all the I mean, if I play just, it's impossible. It's physically impossible. And so, what does that mean? It means that when you have to make your decision about the speed, you have to take care of the attack transient of your instrument and the attack transient of people's conscience, human beings' conscience. Because if you want to make it fully appreciated, you have to consider this. If you don't, if you read the metronome and you say, oh, it's written 112, well, I got to do 112. Doesn't mean where I am, what is the instrument, what are the conditions, I don't care. It's 112 and I'll go 112. What you are doing is saying, I don't care if you ever get what is inside here. I do things, you get what you can get. The important decision is how fast can I go to make it explicit and allow the music to come alive, to let the conscience perceive all the things that we need to create that unity that is called music.